Castles have always represented power and wealth, but some go above and beyond in every way. From detailed architecture and luxurious interiors to awe-inspiring defenses, these castles are true masterpieces. Come along as we delve into 15 of the most magnificent castles ever constructed, each with its own captivating history. Don't forget to watch until the end and subscribe to my channel. Number 15. Pá Palace in Portugal. Perched in the hills of Sintra, the Pena Palace is one of Portugal's most iconic landmarks, showcasing 19th-century romanticism. This fairy-tale castle blends Gothic, Moorish, and Renaissance styles, set against a backdrop of stunning mountains, making it a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Its origins trace back to a medieval chapel dedicated to Our Lady of Pena, later transformed into a monastery in the 16th century. After the 1755 Lisbon earthquake, the site lay in ruins until 1836, when Prince Ferdinand II of Germany, inspired by the Romantic movement, began its restoration. Under architect Wilhelm von Eschwege, construction started in 1842, creating a palace that seemed to grow organically from the hill. Besides being a romantic getaway, its elevated position made it a strategic lookout and refuge for the royal family during political unrest. Number 14. Matsumoto Castle. Matsumoto Castle in Nagano Prefecture, Japan, is one of the country's most historically significant castles. Known as the Crow Castle for its black exterior, it's one of the few original castles remaining in Japan. Construction began in 1504, with major expansions in the late 16th century under the Ogasawara and Ishikawa clans. Unlike typical hilltop castles, Matsumoto Castle is a flatland castle, built on a plain with moats and walls for defense and easy access to resources. The 6-story main keep has 5 visible levels, designed to confuse attackers. Its interior features steep stairs, low ceilings, and narrow windows for archers. The castle also has a moon viewing room, added in the Edo period. During the Meiji Restoration, when many castles were demolished, local efforts saved Matsumoto Castle, which was declared a national treasure in 1952. Today, it stands as a cultural landmark where visitors can explore exhibits and enjoy views of the city and mountains. Number 13. Scalagero Castle. Scaliger Castle, located on the southern shore of Lake Garda in Sirmione, Italy, is a well-preserved medieval fortress from the 13th century. Built by Mastino I della Scala, a member of the Scaliger family, it was designed to protect Sirmione, a key point for controlling the lake and surrounding trade routes. Uniquely, the castle is almost entirely surrounded by water, situated on a narrow peninsula, making it highly defensible with its fortified walls, towers, and drawbridge. The rectangular castle features 4 corner towers with views of the lake, a central courtyard, and an enclosed harbor used as a medieval dockyard. After the Scaliger family's fall, it served under Venetian, French, and Austrian rule. Today, it stands as a restored museum and tourist attraction. Number 12. The Gonsong Castle. Gonsong, also known as Ganzi Fortress or Ganzi Castle, is a historic landmark in southern Tibet. Built in the 14th century during King Paka Pelzangpul's reign, it sits on a rocky hill overlooking Ganzi town and the Nangu Valley. Initially a military outpost, it also served as a trade hub on routes linking Tibet with India and Bhutan. In 1904, it was the site of a stand against British forces during the Yung Shand expedition, and scars from the battle, including cannonball damage, are still visible. Gonsong blends military design with Tibetan aesthetics, following the hill's contours with multi-tiered walls. It offers stunning views of the valley, town, and Pu Monastery. Today, it's a popular spot for travelers, featuring a small museum with artifacts, including weapons, designs, and items from the 1904 battle. Number 11. Palace of the Kings. The Palace of the Kings of Navarre in Olite, or Palacio Real de Olite, is a stunning medieval castle in northern Spain's Navarre region. Famous for its fairy tale appearance, it was one of the most luxurious royal residences in medieval Europe. Built during King Charles III's reign in the late 14th and early 15th centuries, the palace showcased the kingdom's power and served as a defensive stronghold. Architects blended Gothic and Moorish styles to create an opulent yet functional design. The palace's towers, like the Tower of the Four Winds and Tower of Homage, offer breathtaking views of the surrounding countryside and vineyards. It hosted lavish banquets, tournaments, and diplomatic events, attracting European artists and dignitaries. Although it never faced military threats, the palace's grandeur was undeniable. After Navarre was annexed by Castile in the 16th century, parts of the palace fell into ruin, further damaged during the Peninsular War. Despite this, its remains inspired Romantic artists. In the 20th century, restoration efforts revived the palace, which now serves as a historical monument and popular tourist attraction with guided tours. Number 10. Bonnet Castle. Bojnice Castle, located in the charming town of Bojnice, Slovakia, is one of Central Europe's most stunning castles, often called the Jewel of Slovakia. Originally built as a wooden fort in the 12th century, it was transformed into a stone medieval stronghold by the 13th century. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Count János Páfi, inspired by French and Italian chateaux, led a major renovation, blending Gothic, Renaissance, and Romantic styles. The castle boasts tall towers, ornate rooms, and a stunning golden hall with a gilded ceiling. The chapel, with its stained glass windows, became a spiritual hub for the town. The surrounding park features ancient lime trees over 600 years old, while beneath the castle lies a network of caves and rock formations. Rich in history, Bojnice Castle is also home to legends, including a hidden treasure and the spirit of a white lady, said to haunt the halls. Visitors often hope to catch a glimpse of her. Number 9. Ploča Castle. Ploča Castle in the Czech Republic, located in the South Bohemian region, is a stunning and romantic landmark often called the Czech Windsor due to its resemblance to Windsor Castle. Built in the 13th century as a Gothic fortress, it served as a military and administrative center overlooking the river. Over the centuries, it underwent multiple transformations, evolving from Gothic to Renaissance and Baroque styles. The castle's exterior showcases Romantic Gothic Revival architecture with its white facade, turrets, crenellated towers, and grand entrance. Its beautifully maintained gardens and lawns complement the structure. Inside, over 140 rooms display exquisite woodwork, painted ceilings, and a vast art collection. The Knights Hall and Castle Library, with its rare books and carved oak shelves, are particularly noteworthy. The Schwarzenberg family added an impressive collection of European art, including paintings, tapestries, and porcelain. Today, Ploča Castle is one of the Czech Republic's top tourist destinations, offering guided tours, events, and exhibitions that highlight its rich history and the Schwarzenberg legacy. Number 8. Deer Castle. De Haar Castle, located in Utrecht, Netherlands, is one of the country's largest and most luxurious castles, known for its fairy tale appearance and romantic gardens. Originally built in the 14th century as a fortress, it played a key role in local conflicts. By the late 18th century, the castle was in ruins due to wars, fires, and neglect. However, in the late 19th century, the Van Zullen family restored it to its former glory. The restoration, which began in 1892, was led by a renowned Dutch architect and combined medieval charm with modern luxury, reflecting the Rothschild family's wealth. The castle features lavish rooms with stained glass windows, wood paneling, and ornate furnishings. Its 135-acre grounds include formal French gardens, canals, and English-style parklands, perfect for strolling. In the 20th century, De Haar Castle became a social hub for high society, hosting events with celebrities like Coco Chanel and Yves Saint Laurent. Today, the castle serves as a museum, where visitors can explore its history and attend events like medieval fairs and concerts. Number 7. P Castle in Romania. Pelis Castle, located in Romania's Carpathian Mountains, is one of Europe's most famous castles. Built as a summer residence for Romania's royal family in the late 19th century, it remains a symbol of the country's cultural and architectural heritage. Designed in a neo-Renaissance style, the castle's stunning surroundings and opulent interiors make it a must-visit for history and art lovers. Construction began in 1873 under King Carol I, who chose the Sinaia area for its natural beauty. Completed in 1914, Pelis was one of the most modern royal residences of its time, featuring advanced technologies like central heating, electricity, and a vacuuming system. The architecture blends Renaissance, Gothic Revival, and Baroque styles, with the 217-foot tower offering breathtaking views. Inside, the castle boasts over 170 rooms, each uniquely decorated. The Hall of Honor, with its wood carvings and stained glass, and the Armory Room, housing over 4,000 weapons, are highlights. The castle also has a private theater and a library with hidden doors and rare manuscripts. After being confiscated by the communist regime in 1947, it became a museum and was returned to the royal family after the fall of communism, remaining a public cultural landmark. Number 6. Vianden Castle. Vianden Castle, perched on a hilltop in northern Luxembourg, is a stunning example of Romanesque and Gothic architecture. Originally a Roman fort in the 10th century, it was transformed into a Carolingian refuge before the Counts of Vianden began constructing the castle in the 11th century. Over the next 3 centuries, it expanded with Romanesque, Gothic, and Renaissance elements, becoming a powerful symbol of prestige. The Counts ruled vast territories in present-day Germany, Belgium, and France, and the castle served as a hub for feudal life. Notable features include the Romanesque chapel, designed for both private and public worship, and the Knights' Hall, which hosted banquets and court proceedings. The Gothic-era Great Hall showcases more elaborate architecture. By the 17th century, the castle fell into decline and was abandoned, but in the 19th century, author Victor Hugo campaigned for its preservation. Restored in the 20th century, it now stands as a historical landmark. The annual medieval festival brings its past to life with jousting, artisan demonstrations, and period music.